Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It's about shaking off negative labels.
Hmm.
Specifically that word, loser,
Oof. Yeah, nobody wants to hear that one. It really stings.
right? And we're looking at a source. It's quite personal, actually, reflecting on being called that.
Hmm.
Sometimes,
Wait,
repeatedly.
and how that can just chip away at you,
Yeah,
at your self-belief.
exactly. It makes you wonder, have you ever felt that way? That sting.
I think many people have, unfortunately. It's a surprisingly common thing.
So our mission today, really, is to unpack this. How do we stop those words, those opinions from defining us?
And find that power to, well, move forward anyway.
Yeah, grab the reins back.
It's that feeling, isn't it? Being sort of reduced by someone else's judgment.
Totally.
Hmm.
Especially if it's a label that feels like it's sticking.
It can be so disheartening, make you doubt everything, your whole past.
And what's wild is how easily we can start believing it ourselves.
Right. Uh-huh. That internalization. It's like those external opinions only get power when we sort of accidentally give them space in our own heads.
Yeah, the source really nails that shift from hearing it out there to hearing it in here.
Mm.
But then there's this really strong pivot in the text. It says, just because they don't see your worth doesn't mean you don't have any.
It sounds so simple, doesn't it?
So simple, but why is it often so hard to actually feel that, to believe it deep down?
That's the million-dollar question, maybe. Often I think it's because we value that external validation too much.
More than our own gut feeling.
Yeah, or our own internal compass. We might even, fall into confirmation bias. Like subconsciously looking for proof that the negative label is true, even when it's really not accurate.
Okay, right. So we filter things to fit the label.
Kind of. But their view, it's limited. It doesn't actually define your real value or what's possible for you.
So rule number one, their opinion is not the truth about you.
Absolutely not. Not the definitive truth.
And the source then shifts things.
Right.
Away from dwelling on why someone said it.
Yes, to what you do now. It's all about how you show up today.
Where's your energy going?
Precisely. Are you just replaying those old tapes, those criticisms? Or are you investing that same energy into actions right now? Actions that line up with who you want to be.
Like redirecting a current, you said.
Yeah, think of it that way. The negativity might feel strong, like an undertow, but focusing on deliberate present action, that lets you steer. You take control of the direction.
The force also touches on that feeling of being stuck, which I think a lot of people connect with after that kind of negativity.
Oh, definitely. That paralysis.
But reframes it, says that feeling could actually be the beginning of your comeback.
I like that. It speaks to resilience, doesn't it? Our capacity for it.
Yeah.
Struggle, doubt. They're often part of the path, especially towards, big achievements.
It's about choosing not to let setbacks or someone else's bad take become permanent roadblocks.
Exactly. And it's fascinating how many really successful people faced exactly this kind of thing early on. Rejection, negative labels.
Oh, yeah, the author points this out, too. Michael Jordan, right, cut from his high school team.
Can you imagine?
Or Oprah being told she was, what was it, unfit for TV?
Yeah, unfit for TV. And Eminem starting out facing just incredible skepticism.
Huge figures, all basically told at some point you're not good enough. Labeled.
And the key takeaway there isn't just, oh, they succeeded anyway.
No.
Well, yes, but it's more that they often used it. That negativity became fuel.
Right. That doubt, that label, it pushed them.
A powerful motivator to prove people wrong, sure, but maybe more about proving something to themselves.
Okay, so the message here is pretty clear then. If someone's thrown that loser label at you,
See it as a spark.
potentially, use the frustration, not to get bitter or stuck.
No, use it to drive forward.
Yeah.
Through actual actions, concrete stuff.
That emphasis on doing things seems critical.
Absolutely vital. It's not about winning arguments or trying to convince the doubters with words.
Your actions speak louder.
They really do. Your consistent effort, the progress you make, that says everything. Think small steps. Incremental improvements, day by day.
Building your skills, maybe?
Yeah.
Looking after your health? Moving towards goals?
All of that. And crucially, like the source says, doing it for you.
Not for revenge. Or to finally get their approval.
Exactly. That internal drive, that's what lasts. Seeking approval from outside, that target always moves. But building that deep belief in yourself, fueled by what you actually do, that's a solid foundation for self-worth, for achievement.
So boiling it all down, someone else not seeing your value, that doesn't actually lessen your value.
Not one bit. Their opinion isn't your reality.
The power is in what you do today, right now.
Focusing on those actions, maybe even using that negativity as, well, fuel, like we said.
Taking those small steps consistently for yourself.
Yeah. You are absolutely not defined by someone else's narrow view.
You're someone who gets up,
Yeah.
who builds.
A fighter, a builder. So the real question isn't what they called you.
It's who are you becoming right now,
Yeah.
today.